Because I'm true to myself, fuck the dumb shit. Because I'm true to myself, fuck the dumb shit. Ain't no studio up in me, cause all that bullshit I'm hearing you talk only offends me. I came around this motherfucker and killed his ass just like Jesse James. Scarface. Think it's a motherfucking game. I came around this motherfucker and let me do you like that Jesse James. Alright, y'all. Blow out your motherfucking brains. Yeah, I used to love that motherfucking song, right? Wait, this motherfucker got me bent. I got to break. Okay, y'all, we going enough of that. So I hear what they call the warden? He the warden. It's another name, okay? All right. Anyway, the DC DMV Worldly Takers. DC, Maryland, Virginia, USA, country, world takers. They thieves. Dog pound. Charles Boxley. Hand over. Like you want to hand over that money, but hand over Street Northwest by Surfside Quarters, Washington, D.C. Park Avenue. The Park Avenue restaurant and lounge club or whatever. Heads Up Barbershop. Okay, ACS Traffic Enforcement from mostly retired officers and active officers. That's their income. Um, like if you in a school zone or residential area and you exceed the speeding limit over, I think, 12 miles over the speeding limit, you get a ticket. That's where the camera, little camera boxes came from. First they were cruisers, but the little camera, some of them are not red light traffic cameras, but I used to enforce those. So the names that I'm speaking of, they are very, very significant. Rayful Edmonds. Rayful Edmonds. Huge kingpin in Washington, D.C. Lorden Jail. So I was dating this guy named Charles Boxley, who is Dog Pound affiliated, who uncle used to run the motherfucking jail. So you already know it's connection, it's conspiracy all fucking ready. You know what I'm saying? And these names that I have named, companies that I work for, ACS, they probably changed it. 4040 Blackburn Lane, Burtonsville, Maryland. Dan was the manager. Tanya was the supervisor. A dude named Caesar, he used to pay me for even exchanges. Um, he was the supervisor. Will, he was the tech guy, cyber hacker. Okay, cyber hacker. And also, he's not like any ordinary guy. Okay, he is, looking at him, you would think he's a geek. No offense to the very, very intelligent IT people out there that's really, really familiarized with things that's deeper than what the mind can explain, okay? Than a normal mind. You know, you guys are able to tap into technology. So hacking, scamming, schemes, fraud, you know, this is what I'm getting from this reading. So this is a psychic read, third eye read. Let me write that down. Hold on, y'all. Third eye read. So, hold on, some other names. I'm hearing shakedowns. All the DMV shakedowns from like gambling spots, businesses. Yeah, these are the takers. Park Road, the Park Road boys. They work with a lot of people. Jamaicans. Y'all, I don't know if y'all heard that one. They also work with, I'm getting MS-13, but no, these, I'm talking about the big boys. They work with some big, um, Mexican, definitely, Puerto Rican, Puerto Rico mafia. Puerto Rico mafia. Okay. So yeah, all these names I've mentioned, I've had some form of encounter or work with a cousin, a brother, an agent who are hired from the government to hunt earth angels. Okay, I am a top, the only top angel, earth angel that is chosen one by the divine Holy Spirit, the universe, like the cosmos, the highest of the high. When you are highly elevated and chosen like that, you best believe you have every demon on this motherfucking planet and beyond coming to take and dethrone your motherfucking ass, okay? But I'm here. I'm not saying this with arrogance. I'm saying this with confidence. Because when you true to yourself, it's fuck dumb shit. These motherfuckers can't take from you no more. They can't steal from you no more. They can't manipulate you no more. So I'm sleeping. A lot of you guys, you never sleep. Okay? You never sleep. Even if you stuck in the matrix, you're not sleeping. If anything, for me, and I heard a lot of people mention this, when you are on drugs, you see a lot of dimensions than a human eye would. And my choice of drug was cocaine. So I was able to see, hear, like I had Pyrex vision. That's a trash truck coming to clean shit up. I had the vision. I'm gonna try to talk over this. I hope you guys can see. I mean, hear, see and hear. Speaking of seeing, I keep seeing a black shadow, like run past my door. And when I finally got up, I knew it was time to really wake up because I heard my neighbor upstairs door closing. They was casting spells. Sun before the sunrise rose, sunrise spells. Dusk to dawn spells. Or dawn and sun spells. Rituals. It was a crescent moon last night. Today is the first of the month. So catch your chicks and come on. Okay. So I'm a freestyle reader. I write down important information so that I can know what I need to mention so that I don't forget it. Normally I will throw those names in towards the end or the middle, but I decided to do it different. Okay? So now that's out the way. They ain't nothing but confusion spells too, God. Noise campaign. Okay, let's get into it. So, I hear this song. There's a party where your name is being discussed. Heard that with my twin flames, one of his sons, French Montana. So there's illness parties still with my name being discussed. Why she's not dead yet? I don't understand. We conjured all these demons, and they are afraid. They are afraid of her. They came back wanting to collect and have collected blood from our bloodline. Sorry, y'all. And as they fucking should. As they fucking should. Then y'all collect enough motherfucking blood from my bloodline. So, uh-uh. This bloodline is off limits, bitch. You can't touch this. Okay? MC Hammer, I'm gonna hammer that ass if you even attempt or think about it or conjure up to even want to say it. I'm gonna smack you in your motherfucking lips. So y'all, as I'm dreaming, my third eye is like wham bam, thank you, ma'am. Open. I'm jumping from one dream to another, one dimension to another. Ooh, so sorry, y'all. Did not want this to get out. So I realized I had to go way back in time type shit, right? So the first time I was actually hired for ACS, Eric, a gentleman named Eric was working there, right? So what I'm also about to mention, y'all, it gets pretty graphic, but I didn't understand the war of warfare, okay? Spiritually attacked, okay? I did notice that I was singled out. I did not give a fuck about that, and it was always mockery and shit like that, humiliation being done on the job, but I don't give a fuck, man. So, a young lady named Leah, Eric, it was a whole bunch of us. It was a whole bunch of us. Hannah, who's Sierra Leone. Um, it was an older lady. She used to come off as so innocent. Used to sell Avon. My mom used to sell Avon. So, yeah, she know my mom and that little clique. I can't remember her name. And she was like the grandma. Oh, hi, oh, hi. Always faking like she was nice. The whole time the bitch was mean as shit. And she hung out with this lady. They used to also give us our assignments. Um, she worked underneath a wheel. Or whatever. So we had to process tickets that exceeded the speed limit. Also compare the vehicle description, make and model, and stuff like that. Not really the year, but the make and model of the vehicles at the time. So about me working on cars with my fake ass Pharaoh, demonic ass father, Calvin Knight. Y'all, he was actually Satan in my face the whole time. He was Lucifer in my face, in plain sight, in my face. God was God, but he was Lucifer. Like, I grew up in a household with Lucifer. I know it sounds crazy, y'all, but y'all have to understand. He's a fallen angel. He knew all of God's secrets. He knew he was the top lead angel. Okay, he was the top ranking angel of music. Why do you think everything is played through music, the frequencies and the radios and stuff like that? This is his world. This is his planet. So, I through each dream, right? I I had a dream inside of a dream that my uncle, who's his brother. Now I disown that side of the family. I disown my side of the family. I'm only claiming my son, okay? His brother, who they were also having incest with, who are some of them a lot of half siblings, okay? But incest runs deep in the Knight family from Rocky Durham, North Carolina. They are true killers, wizards, warlocks, everything that you could possibly think of, principalities of whackness. They are the Mecca. Listen, they are the Mecca. When I say my Calvin Knight is Satan, Lucifer, listen, do not be fooled. I'm telling you, this motherfucker know the Bible inside and out, can tell you about it. But certain shit that I figured out, that the Revelations is actually the beginning of time. The Genesis is the end of time. I know it sounds crazy, y'all, but it was certain things that I was able to decode in that Bible. But anyway, going back to ACS, mockery was being made fun of. So in the women's bathroom, it used to smell like urine. And there was one lady, she was like Jamaican. She was very, very bougie as fuck. Bougie, they used to like look down on me. And it's like, okay, I like what you wearing. You smell nice. And she would like throw up her nose. So I already knew the bitch had a problem with me. But me, being me, I really didn't take that job for serious. I didn't take that job serious at all. Surprisingly, I'm 43 years old. Certain things I take serious, and that's from passion. I love working at Kaiser Permanente and Wawa. Those are only two jobs I took serious that I work for other people. And for myself, I did hair. So I really took that motherfucking serious and shit like that. I'm a Renaissance woman. I can do multiple things at one time. So a lot of humiliation used to be done. So y'all, the women's bathroom used to smell like urine, right? So I have never missed the toilet. Never missed the toilet. Y'all, when this lady came in the bathroom, now I knew how to position myself. I knew how to squat. Tell me why did I start? Because we had a conversation about why the women's restroom used to smell like urine. I'm like, look, I'll bring in some cleaning supplies, and they was like, no, you can't really do that. That this, we tell them the building manager, which was a building, it had a church underneath. These motherfuckers, it was a fucking worshiping church for Satan. The whole building was Satan's property. They had a daycare across the hall across the where my desk was sitting at. That I used to always look at the kids at. And in mind you, I had the desk the same. I worked for this company two different times. It was switched. The names were switched twice. ACS, and it was called, I can't remember. ACS was the last one. Um, But anyway, I'm gonna tell you how I left the job. My brother got killed, and he lived in Texas. Listen, Texas. By him being a barber, barbers were gatekeepers to souls because of their hair. Listen, I'm telling you, I know it sounds crazy, but it was something about their hair tapping into the brain. If you nick them, that's blood. That's a easy sacrifice for blood. And I say this to say because every person I talked to, they had a barber or something in their family. Of course, they meant they're supposed to go to the barbers. I'm talking about personal barbers. And the last barber that I known of was Tay, who was killed by the hands of Charles Boxey, that they call Box, who is like the little priest, kitchen priest, who ran Pop Road and ran a lot of gang affiliation that I almost got kidnapped from when he called me an Uber. Like he's able to deal with people on the wrong sides of turf of wars. He's able to connect with so many people because his hands are involved. He's playing puppet master, getting people to turn up on against one another and things like that. But little do he know, he has a lot of eyes on him on the inside. God told me not to talk about it yesterday, but we're gonna talk about it today. Oh yeah, I'm talking about this case runs 20 years long, okay? 20-year long case that they had built up on his whole cooperation. How his uncle is a big time um, something It come to me out in Puerto Rico, you know, and his mom is a big ass Wiccan. You know what I'm saying? She they snatched those, you know. And anyway, going back to Burtonsville, um, every time I went in the bathroom, y'all, I would miss the toilet. I know I have a unique way of explaining my stories, but it's a reason why I break down everything to you guys. I just seen the mouse run by. Um, the rats. So I live in an apartment building full of rats. Yes. So um, when we go, every time I went in the bathroom or I was in there first, and she would come in right behind me, y'all. The bitch was doing witchcraft to make it seem like I was the one urinating on the floor, and I knew the fuck that I wasn't. And I'm like, I know the fuck I wasn't, but she was come right beside me now. It was 4 stalls. She would come right beside me doing witchcraft, and the pee wouldn't touch her foot. Now it's like I was paralyzed. I couldn't move, y'all. And I'm not peeing on myself, but you know how those know women, it trickled down your leg, then it go down a little bit. Would trickle down your thigh, the top part of your thigh, then it go down. That's how it was. So anyway, this was the last go around. They already wanted me out of there. Bitch Tanya, the supervisor, um, used to make very indirect jabs at me. First it was Eric, he left. That I had a temp job at the time. So they claimed my contract was ending and they hired me. Hold on, they hired me. And I was there for like a year. Then they claimed that I wasn't good enough for the job, whatever. But they was letting me go, but they was giving me the option to come back. Okay. And I was like, cool, I did that. I worked for Kaiser. And no, I went back to doing hair, doing my own little thing, did some other temp jobs, came back, saw Caesar, came back. He was a supervisor, got me in. This time it was Tanya, who used to work out of the DC office or whatever. She took Eric's position. So she had a little envious little thing for me, and she knew that Caesar liked me, but I didn't like Caesar at the time. But he wound up becoming a client of mine, and I was also touching this African dude. I was touching this African dude, and y'all, what I'm about to say, I'm gonna be true to myself. Fuck that shit. His penis was so small, so tiny. It was like literally the length of not even my pinky, but next to my middle finger. It could have been the length of my middle finger. I'm a female, I have very short ends. And his penis wasn't huge. So, meaning it felt good in my ass. Okay? So, when I say it was like a drug, we used to hump for hours. It felt so fucking good, okay? But that was some demons getting attached. Listen, you cannot stick around. I can say this because I lived through this shit. You know what I mean? I'm here to set an example as to how soul ties, and when you work for people from different islands and shit like that, not saying it's nothing against all of them. You just have to be mindful and discern that they could be targeting you. And it's nothing to fear. Just be aware of what's going on around you, right? So, I was the laughing stock of this motherfucking whole organization, dealing with fucking hitmans. Dan was he appeared to be like a geek, but he wasn't no geek. This motherfucker was a disguise in sight. Like he was on some dark demonic shit. He's Caucasian. Okay, I heard Klansman. He's connected to the clans, the KKKs, the fucking Grand Dragons. It all makes sense now. I just did a video about Wawa, how the They used to call this man Uncle Mike from DC Wawa, 19th Street. He wanted me to call him Uncle Mike, so I looked up Uncle Grand Uncle. Bitch, I'm not calling you no motherfucking uncle, nothing. Your name is Mr. Mike, and that's what the fuck it is. But I'm telling you how these corporations, how you looking for a job, and you get signed up with certain things. Nothing is a coincidence. It's designed. It's designed for you to go in there and teach these people a lesson. Y'all been hearing this from other readers. I've been hearing it from other readers. Quite frankly, I'm tired of talking about this energy, but it needs to be talked about because we all have our unique way of describing the details of it. So anyway, after my brother died, you know, the lady wanted me to fucking, and I was trying my best to work from Texas. She wanted me to go online and work when I was in the middle of planning my brother's funeral with my mom. I told her, look, bitch, do what you gotta do. I don't give a fuck. But she got real mad because the person out of the Baltimore office, I think he worked in Baltimore, yes, because he wanted me to work for him. He wanted me to work directly under him. He said, Charmaine, I like your work. You are an amazing woman. And quite honestly, keep this conversation between you and I. Tanya and I have been kind of going back and forth with you because she want to get rid of you. And I think that you're awesome. I think that you have really progressed in a short amount of time that you have worked for this company, and which was a total of 2.5 years, if you want to count it all the way up. Almost three. I could say yeah, almost three, because like a year and 5 months, a year and 4 months. That's kind of like 3 years, but how you want to put it. But the amount of time that you work, you can really be a lead. I mean, yeah, a lead. You can be a manager. I can see you running, your own corporation. Then not on top of that, y'all, when I was by myself getting overtime, y'all, I used to be in the office by myself getting overtime or bring my nieces and nephews, niece and nephew and my son in that joint. Like, they could do whatever as long as they don't touch nobody's shit. You go run around. Of course, the cameras was rolling. I had keys to open up to set the alarm. So that goes to show you that I'm worth, I'm responsible. But that's also for me to get caught the fuck up. I'm gonna tell you another time. I had sex on a job. It was a fantasy of mine, y'all. It was a fantasy. So, uh, Caesar was like, "Yeah, I'm working." I was like, "Okay, what time?" He was like, "Well, I got things to do. You gonna be there, right?" I was like, "Yeah, just call me. I'm gonna be there like shit, like 9 o'clock. I'm gonna be there at 9 o'clock." So he wanted to come about 10, 12 o'clock. So he came over there by my desk. I seen him come in, and and y'all, I'm going through like I had like 5 sheets of fucking paper. Like our quota um in an hour is to complete like 5,000 much process 5,000 tickets and shit. I was rolling. As long as I had my music, my coffee, my food, I'm good. I can do this. You know what I'm saying? The kids chilling. At this time they was at home or my mom's house chilling. So I'm getting, oh, mind you, y'all. My sister had gotten a white Ford Explorer truck from a previous firefighter. Firefighter. Look, she worked for DC, uh, the government Senate building. The Senate building. Listen, she was initiated into the Illuminati as well. So she had this truck, and she's here in the Perry, y'all. She had this truck. Every time you put it in reverse, bow, bow, bow. Whole time this bitch was casting spells on me, y'all. I had no motherfucking clue. No fucking clue. Yes, it was embarrassing as fuck. Every time I put that motherfucking reverse. But I didn't give a fuck. It got me to where the fuck I needed to be. But listen, this is how it works. They infiltrate your family, promise you things, promise you fortune and fame. You just gotta take out your loved one. which they did. They took out my fucking brother first. Well, in our immediate household, then my mom, then they tried to take me. But other family members before we was even touched. So anyway, y'all. So Caesar come in. He was like, hey, da 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 da. Da. So he was like, you looking good. I'm like, boy, whatever. That's another thing. I'm a big flirt. I would flirt with anybody at the time. You know, that I found to be very sexually pleasing, appealing to my lustful Jezebel succubus eyes at the time. Okay, so he was like, "Girl, you gonna make me do some things?" I said, "Yeah, you got some money to do some things." He's like, "No, but I got you though. I got you. I'm gonna look out for you." So I was like, well, "Okay, let's talk." I'm still working. Talk to me. And I was like, "Hold on, let me focus on everything that's going on." The whole time y'all was set up. Cameras rolling now. Cameras rolling. They can't see over there, but they knew what the fuck it was. They set him in to have sex with me, which we hunch almost every other weekend. Okay, let's just put it like that. He was very good, but the motherfucker was married, which was not cool. So of course I got all my karma back from all the married men and women I have slept with. Okay, yes, I'm being real. I'm not proud of that. I'm not proud of that. I was a motherfucker vibrating low, and at one point in time, I didn't care about life. I really didn't, and God had to keep reminding me. Only thing I cared about was my son, and that's what made me change. And then God, because I really didn't want to die. I was just vibrating very low to the point I wanted to give up like everybody else did. Okay, so we wound up having sex at the job, and I love it. I love it. Oh, he gave me what the fuck I wanted. I was a single black woman getting my back banged out at work. So I was like, oh yeah. He was like, you fucked anybody at his job? I was like, yeah. His name Mbute. Mbute. I was like, y'all, yo, me and Bootsy fuck. He was like, you lying. He said, that's why the motherfucker act like he couldn't leave you alone. He kept coming by your desk. I kept wondering what the fuck was going on. He was like, I ain't gonna lie. It was some he kind of told somebody in the office. But they was like, Charmaine wouldn't dare touch you. She is a high maintenance little princey type bitch. She wouldn't dare, he wouldn't dare. He was like, no, we fuck all the time. We fuck all the time. I was like, yeah, we do. He got a little dick. He fucked me in my ass. It feel fucking good. I couldn't get enough of it. Like honestly, if I had a motherfucking dick like you in my pussy, that would go perfect. It's like you are a freak. Oh my god. I was like, I just like what the fuck I like. I don't want no big ass dick in my ass that I can't control. And besides, the shit felt so good. Like it was perfect. It was like a little plug. It was a plug in my ass. It was good. So okay, let's get off that demonic ass energy. So we hunching. He invited me, introduced me to his friend Marcus. Listen, Marcus has his own gas company. It's pricks. They got a wish dog pricking me right now, y'all. So Marcus got his own fuel company. Who's connected to the fuel line? Y'all heard that shit right? Who's connected to the fuel line? Isn't the Pakistanians, the oil rigs? Listen, inside government affiliates, trying to snatch my soul. Got in good, and it's to the point he was like, man, I noticed a lot of people will say, you cool as fuck. You not what I thought you would be. You not what I thought you would be. So I'm like, what you mean? He was like, you look like, and I knew that was code word for everybody that's talking about you. We get a chance to find out for ourselves. You're not what the fuck these people are saying. What I get now. I was like, oh, I appreciate that. It was like, man, if I wasn't married, I would fucking, like, you are the perfect woman we would love to be with. So they came up with a proposition. They was like, yo, can you be our boy, can we be your boyfriend? And these are two married men. I was like, nah. Now I said, matter of fact, anyway, I'm about to come out of doing this because I don't want to do this no more. I'm worth so much more. I deserve a husband. I deserve a family. They was like, man, we would love to be married with you. I said, that's the thing. If you married to me, it will only be me. Like, you can't share me. I've been there and done that. I see how y'all men and y'all niggas are. The first thing that you not getting at home, you're so quick to want to love this person forever. The cycle continues. That's how you got this person. I know the fuck you will leave me for somebody greater. And besides, we all gonna get our karma. It's all on win. And we have to be ready to deal with it. So I say the difference between me and you is I can tell my mate, first of all, before I even come into doing this, I would tell my mate what the fuck I want. I don't have to hide shit because I'm true to myself. Fuck the dumb shit. So in this dream, also Tyrone Haywood was in this dream and he was like my lover. Can I be your Superman lover? But he's the Superman lover of darkness. Cause I'm round. So it was like we was in a parking lot. His mom was talking to him. We was in McDonald's parking lot and he had a daughter. But this daughter wasn't mine. She was trying to fight me. She was like 6 months old, but she was a demonic ass baby. Pay attention to the sign. I'm telling you, these demons are targeting children. This motherfucker was like a gremlin ass baby. And she was just so feisty, and I just started loving on her. Like, you gonna stop? Like, I wrapped her arm up. You know how you wrap a baby up in a blanket and like they're in a fetal position and they so tight they get comfortable and calm down. And I just stopped praying. I said, what in the name of Jesus, I'm gonna rebuke you. You can tell she like a demon was coming out of the baby. So whole time, y'all, he astral projecting to my dream because he want pieces of me still. He want to attach, contach. I say contach. He want to attach his soul to me still. And this is the motherfucker that know French Montana. French Montana sent him in to kill me. So pay attention to your dreams, y'all. There's so much of significance. I'm trying to see if there's anything, y'all. Sorry, y'all. Oh, back to Will. My nose is running. I'm about to blow my nose. Okay. I do apologize. So, so, Will came in that drink. And it was like a death race, right? To the finish line. So I'm in the back. I'm in the back. And the people think just because you finished first, you in first place, but it's actually the last person finished first. So Will and Eric was in a dream, and I met this young boy who was another Earth angel. But of course, they told him, hold on, y'all. They told him things about me that was lies. So of course his guards was up. So I had a twin. My doppelganger was in there. So it was like we had these guns. I had on black and red, like black sheep, but I'm wearing the blood of Jesus type shit. That's what I got from the dream. And she wore something else. It was like yellow and black, like a bumblebee of demons. She went around with the beehive, and stuff like that. So she represent darkness, I represent light. And it was motherfuckers trying to fuck with us the whole time. She was with that shit. She played her part. And it was like we were rival gang members or fighting for territory, like from a different planet. But we knew we was kind of similar, and we liked one another. But we were so kind of not worried about what other people thought, but it was a very territorial type of war going on, spiritual warfare going on. So we kind of like played opposition. So every time he see me, we both get butterflies and think back to the time that we have had. So I knew that was some twin flame type shit. We see one another out in public and act like we really don't know one another or make small talk, but keep it moving type shit. But telepathically, he was speaking to me like, man, you look so fucking good. And I'll just keep a straight face because all eyes was on us, which brought me back to French. And French, the guy didn't look nothing like French at all in the dream. So it was like, matter of fact, he was related to Will. He was related to Will. Y'all, I'm telling you, his brother is a hacker. French brother is a hacker. He is the war of confusion. I don't know which brother it is. Hold on. It's not the one that had to go back to Morocco or wherever he's from. It's the one that works right next to him. Matter of fact, his baby mom got pregnant by him. He is the one. Yes, one of his baby mom. It was Sharia, the girl named Badass I was telling y'all about. She got pregnant by him. And French know about it. French feel so betrayed and shit like that. So anyway, in this dream, Will was making it seem like Eric was. Now this is the final dream. Cause each time I had this dream was lasting for hours. I'd get up, use the bathroom. I'm like, okay, let me memorize, everything, the names, the locations, and things of that nature. And I'm gonna talk about it when it's time. And I would snap back into a dream, something that I was never able to do up until now or whatever. So I would ask my high beings, my angels, snap me back into the dream, and I would all snap back, but it would go to another scene or whatever. So it was like the rat race. Pay attention to that mouse. The rat race, okay? The mouse I said I just saw. And that's a fucking uh, uh, spying agent, okay? For these spy-naughty motherfuckers, demons. So rat race. So Will was trying to come on to Eric. And Eric was like, no, I can't do that. So he lied and told his brothers that was waiting for him at the finish line, who was a king of the man that liked me and I like him. But he knew he couldn't go and, you know, pursue it because it would cost a whole lot of stuff, and besides we was in the middle of a war. So it was like, how can we have war on top of war? But we were actually the love of the war. That's all we needed to do was to come together and to want to stop the war. I'm going somewhere. Stay with me. And I'm gonna finish this out. So Eric, we was running in the race, and I was running. I stopped, and I had to, like, you know how they had the water on the side, and I was still moving my legs, running. And then there was like some fruit. I was eating a little piece of fruit, but I would not let my legs lock up because I knew I had to keep going. So everyone else around me running real fast. Oh, we almost at the finish line. We see the finish line. Woo, 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 woo. And I'm like, okay, I'm just taking my time. Taking my time like a turtle, like a turtle. Y'all see that turtle? Isn't it like, see, y'all see that turtle right there? I have had a turtle in my lifetime. Animals are significant, okay, in my lifetime. Birds. My brother cared for a bird and then broke the bird nest. Or no, a baby bird flew in the house. Or my mom found a baby nest near the house and my brother killed it. Pay attention, y'all. So I love birds. I love animals. Okay, I have a new way of living now. So I'm running, 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 running. You know, a slow pace. So Will falls. Eric was like, "Oh, he's injured. Someone help me." I said, "That's a trap. That's a trap." I said, "Y'all, he is trapping him." The neighbors looking at me like, "What are you talking about?" The whole time they knew what the fuck was going on. They set Eric up to be sacrificed. So Will lied to his brother, said that Eric was threatening him the whole time. Will was coming on to Eric, and Eric got upset and resigned from the position. So Will got mad because he couldn't have what the fuck he wanted, which was that booty. So he had his brothers who was thugs, okay, waiting at the finish line to assassinate his ass. So I seen it played out, and that everybody knew what the fuck was going on. Everybody that was finishing first knew what the fuck was going on. And I said, "Look, let me talk to you, like now." He was saying, "No, it has to wait." I said, "Now." And then we started talking telepathically. And I said, "Eric did not do it. Your brother is lying." And I gave him like a glimpse of everything that was going on. And he was like, "Oh my God." He said, "Is this true?" I said, "Yes." And then like, he looked all the way up towards me, above the crowd. Now, mind you, it was like 200 something thousand people. But we were on Benning Road by Andy's Carryout. I think that's Andy's Carryout. Listen, Andy's Carryout, Benning Road and Mount Olivet Road. Okay? Coming from the police station, pay attention. Like the Chinese store, these are witch doctors, Chinese doctors, Wiccans, casting spells on motherfuckers. And shit, Eddie Leonard's is what it was. Eddie Leonard's and shit like that. It's a tire place, the fuel, the gas station joint. Fucking Africans run that joint. Listen to what the fuck I'm saying. You got the food thing, Denny's. Man, it's a witch doctor working that motherfucker. I'm telling you. You got the fucking uh the cemetery right there, conjuring up demons. Listen, it's deeper than what you see. Don't let these spawns come and steal your meat. So he was like, "Is this true?" And I said, "Yes." Just know that your brother is lying. Your brother wanted him dead. Your brother, this is what exactly happened. Your brother is flirting with him. He said no. He respected him. He did not disrespect him. Your brother is lying. So when Eric got to the finish line, he knew something was wrong. And I like, he didn't see nobody he recognized. And I was at the other end, on the other side. And Will was smiling like, "Yeah, I'm gonna kill this motherfucker." So when he seen his brother reaction, his brother had a mad look on his face. He said, "Oh yeah, I know my brother about to fuck him up." So the dude was like, "Come on, let's go. I need to holler at you." So the crowd cheering, "Yay, yay, yay, we won, we won." So they said the winner is Charmaine. And then everybody was like, "What? We finished first. We finished first." And they said no. The whole point was who's gonna finish last. Y'all seen the person in time of need. Y'all seen the motherfucker that needed help. You know, you kept on going. You did not bother to help. You was cheering. You was so arrogant. You were so arrogant, so sure that you was gonna win first. And it was a prized possession, a prize for each place that you have won. And by Charmaine taking her time to do this, to come in to teach y'all, I'm going somewhere, to come in and teach y'all the importance of to love, never to judge a person by their book. Stop doing it. You can't control a person, but you gotta control them through witchcraft. You gotta cast spells on them because you see that They are weak when it comes to being compassionate. That's my weakness. Loving on people and showing love, being there for people, which I love. I love to do. So you use that against me. You use that to infiltrate me. You use that to fucking conjure up them demons. But yet I'm still fucking here. The skyline, line to the sky. I have the connect line to the sky. I am the connect. I am the connection. I am the fucking, what they fucking call, I am the plug. Bitch, I am the motherfucking plug. Takers DMV worldwide. Y'all realize that I'm the motherfucking plug all this time, hitting in plain fucking sight. And now you feel like a goddamn fool. Thank you. Job well done. For CHARMAINE, well done. Shekinah glory. God bless.